Hello and welcome to Zandvoort for another round of Formula One action. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Alexander Albon and Ocon, Ricciardo, Kvyat, Stroll and Sergio Perez, Sainz, Norris, Pierre Gasly and Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen and George Russell. Latifi and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid.
What's going on everyone, TomGorian back again with a bit of a different video for today. Today I thought I'd give you guys a 100% race around the new Zandvoort circuit in this video. So today I'm going to give you guys a 100% race around the Zandvoort circuit, see the strategy, see how pretty much how everything is, the tyre wear, the handling. By the way, I haven't got a custom setup, it's only a default setup with 6 wings. Pretty much that's the only thing I've changed about it. I wanted to do a 100% race because why not, since pretty much this has been recorded on Friday, so literally the game has came out, and I just wanted to see how a 100% race around Zandvoort, how it would feel, and how would the car feel, and how the AI would work, and all that stuff, and how the strategy would work. So we have to do a 2-stop in today's race. I wanted to ultimately go soft, medium, soft, or I wanted even to do maybe a 1-stop to see if that was possible. But it weren't possible pretty much to do a 1-stop, so the 2-stop is the way to go, to do double softs and then go on the medium tyres. As you can see, parc fermé rules are on. I've changed the front brake bias, but anyway, here we go for 5 red lights around Zandvoort, 100% race around Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. We're starting from last place. It's going to be hopefully a last to first challenge. We've got to take turn 1 very cautiously here. We tried to avoid George Russell and also Kimi Raikkonen there. We're already into 19th place. We've overtaken Nicholas Latifi there. In towards turn 3. We're into 18th place. I wanted originally to go around the outside in towards the left banking. That's a very momentum-esque type corner. Lose the back end there. But we're already in 18th place, so this is pretty much a good start for us in this race. Like the video and subscribe for more gameplay videos of F1 2020. The game's out. It's now out worldwide. Both the Schumacher edition and the deluxe edition is out. So make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new to see more F1 2020 gameplay videos. But anyway, pretty much ending the lap now. End towards a second. Well, we're not even ending the lap. We're going to go down the inside of Kevin Magnussen into this type chicane. That's actually one of my favourite corners of this track when you get it right. It's going to take some time to get used to pretty much changing the setup, so you can have a setup that's high in downforce and also can absorb those types of curbs very well. In towards the redefined old banking for the last corner, and pretty much that is the first lap. We're going to go on the inside of the outside of Kimi Raikkonen, now down the inside of Roman Grosjean there. 2 overtakes in one corner. That's a great move, that. And yeah, very good move there. 2 overtakes into one corner. We might get a Giovinazzi in towards the left banking, but we don't. Now we're going to cut in towards later on, in towards lap 2, well, pretty much into sector 2. Giovinazzi following Norris. Down the inside we go there, and we're in P14. By the way, just to let you guys know, I am running no traction control, manual gears, and no ABS. That's why you're seeing a lot of lockups. The braking, I'd say the difference between this game and 2019, as we're going to overtake Lando Norris for P13, is definitely the braking. I think you can brake around about 50 meters deeper than in F1 2019. Obviously, Codemasters have worked with F1 drivers, so they get actual information and understanding about how a Formula 1 car behaves on the braking, how fast they can take these corners. And I think they've done a real good job with the physics and the gameplay this year as far as handling and the braking. Anyway, lap 6, We're going to go down the inside of Sergio Perez. We go a little bit too deep there. We nearly take out Daniel Kvyat there. And we have to pretty much settle for 11th place. Well, pretty much, yeah. The handling's really good, especially in high-speed corners. We're going to go around the outside of Sergio Perez on the left banking. That's a great move there. I really love that corner. You can just take so much speed, and then you can early shift into third gear. And it's really such a great corner to take, especially in qualifying and in just time trial as well. And now on lap 6 we lose the back end there again, just a little bit too greedy on the rear and the traction there, and we have to defend from Carlos Sainz. We go a little bit wide on the curb there, and we regain P12 there, but we have to do all that work all over again to overtake Pierre Gasly, which is what we're going to do now as we end lap number 12, entering that chicane there, early shift into third gear for traction. Someone's spun, and it's Daniel Ricciardo. Someone's actually, don't know what's happened with Daniel. I think he spun. And another new thing for F1 2020 is literally that the AI do make mistakes. We haven't seen this since F1 2013, I think. But yeah, just simply lose the back end, goes into the wall. This, I don't think there is simulation damage. I think there might be simulation damage. I don't know if it's full or simulation damage. But anyway, you can get damage. Anyway, the end of lap 12, beginning of lap 13, we get a great slipstream and overtake on Lance Stroll. And we are now in P7, make the apex very nicely indeed. One thing I want to talk about is actually the slipstream. Obviously they've changed the slipstream. Obviously they've changed the ERS, so now it's just like one simple button if you want to overtake. The overtake button is now a thing in F1 2020. As you can see now, I'm in the slipstream, rich mix, back down to standard, and now into medium. I think the slipstream is actually more difficult in this game now, because if you don't have overtake, and I think you'll even see later on in this video as we enter the pits for the first time to go for a new set of softs. I think slipstream is going to be more harder this year because they've increased the airflow of the dirty air, so it makes it more difficult the more laps you race in. It's going to be more difficult for you to overtake the more laps you're behind a certain car. And one thing I don't like is after the pits that the game automatically puts you in ERS. So for example, let's say you want to save your ERS for the remaining out lap before you actually begin to take advantage of the new tyres. You're in overtake, so it's draining your battery. And I pretty much just realised it then, so I had to literally change it myself, which I didn't want to do, but the game forced me to. Anyway, lap 21 of 72, we're on the back of Perez, and as you can see, we're not even using overtake, and we've literally got the DRS, and we literally made no ground on the racing point. So literally that just says to me that slipstream is not as powerful and as effective as what it was in 2018 and 2019. But now anyway, lap 22 out of 72, we've still got 50 more laps to go in this race, and I think this will be my fastest lap of the entire race there. See, as you can see, fastest lap there, 1 minute 14.1. As you can see, Leclerc is out there. And one thing I want to talk about now is the undercut. I think the undercut is actually quite powerful, literally around here, especially if you're undercutting 1 lap or maybe 2 laps against other cars. Like the AI difficulty that I'm running with is 104 right now. I'm struggling to try and balance, or trying to figure out what AI difficulty is the best for me. You know, at the beginning of the game when I got on Tuesday, I was running 105, then I ran down to 103. For my team, I'm struggling between 101, 2, and 3. Like 103, I'm getting lapped like by like 75% race distance. 102 and 101, I'm semi-competitive. And pretty much there's a bit of a spoiler coming up for the Chinese Grand Prix in my team. As you can see, Lando Norris is out, and the safety car comes out for the first time in this race. So I'm going to check why Lando is out, and I think, as you'll see, pretty much it doesn't spin. That's actually Carlos Sainz, believe it or not. But I'm looking for the McLaren, and there it is. And as you can see, Lando just has an engine failure, pretty much, and I think that's a recurring theme. The AI just have constant engine failures, Doesn't matter which mode, if it's Grand Prix mode or My Team or Drive Career, they usually get a lot of retirements with the engine failure, and I think reliability this year is less durable than it was in 2019. But anyway, lap 29, we're in 4th place. I decided to stay out pretty much. I think if I would have pitted for the mediums, I don't think I could have taken the mediums to the end of the race, but I might have gotten a massive undercut on literally everyone involved. I think that was the wrong decision looking back now. But anyway, safety car restart is happening right now on lap 30, and as you can see, Vettel just flies away, goes defensive. We're going to try and go around the outside, but as you can see, there's some back markers there, the 2 Williams of Latifi and Russell with the updated Williams livery. We just about avoid Latifi, and as you can see, there goes Russell as we enter the left banking there. But pretty much back markers around this track, that's also going to be another issue as well. But I think pit stops and the strategy is going to be critical, especially when it comes to the competitive side of racing around here, especially league racing and eventually esports when that gets going. I think the one stop, or pretty much the undercut, the 1 lap undercut, is going to be more effective than any other track ever, because the amount of time I was gaining when I was undercutting, as you can see with all these pit stops, I undercutted on all the pit stops pretty much by 1 lap, and the amount of time that I gained, especially on here on Vettel, as you can see, I'm struggling behind. Obviously that Ferrari power unit is really powerful, but I think when the performance patch comes out, I think it'll come out sometime next week hopefully, or sometime else hopefully, the performance gets nerfed, because it needs to get nerfed. It's not performing as it is in real life. But anyway, lap 38 down the inside of Sebastian Vettel into turn 1, lock up down the front left, but we get the move stick. As you can see, it was very hard to try and overtake Vettel, but as soon as we made the move, as soon as we were aside him, we literally just forced our way down the inside, and there we go. We finally got rid of Sebastian Vettel. I was stuck behind him for such a long time during that stint of the race. But the thing is that Vettel, I couldn't actually pull away from Vettel, and that was one of the most annoying things about this 100% race. I couldn't pull away from Vettel no matter what I was doing. I was trying to change my ERS usage, so from the start main straight all the way to the back straight, all the way to the straight before the chicane. But now again we're doing the 1 lap undercut. We're going to go for the medium tyres this time. And yeah, lap 44, so this should take us to the end of the race, but barring safety cars or anything. And as you can see, we're going to come out pretty much just ahead of Albon there. And yeah, we have a clean track now, we have a clean track to pretty much attack. And as you can see, the gap between me and Hamilton was around about what? I'd say, 15 seconds, 14 seconds before the pit stop. Oh, I don't know, I think it was like 6 because of the safety car. But now, as you can see, with that 1 lap undercut, there goes Vettel. We've jumped Vettel, and as you can see, there's Hamilton. And now the gap between me and Hamilton is now literally less than what, a second. So we've literally gained like 5 seconds of lap time during that undercut, and it was only a 1 lap undercut. If I would have pitted in like 2 laps, like 1 lap earlier, maybe I could have taken the lead. But I think the undercut is extremely powerful, and I think when league racing comes here, it doesn't matter what leagues, I think a lot of drivers might attempt a lot of undercuts, especially if there's a lot of DRS trains for these races. So you've got to watch out for that. You've got to watch out for these undercuts. You've got to watch out for pretty much the strategy. Maybe the 1 stop or the 2 stop, or maybe even, I don't know if it depends, but the 3 stop might be a decent strategy. I'm not really sure though, because this track, you can overtake around here. It's not like Monaco where you can't overtake. You can overtake here, in towards the first corner, in towards the banking, in towards the long right-hander, and then in towards that chicane. It's going to be difficult though, but I think a lot of drivers who can pretty much execute overtakes, I think they're going to have a lot of fun on this track. Anyway, lap 61 out of 72, we're going to lap Romain Grosjean. And pretty much Lewis Hamilton, I mean, the battle between me and Lewis was fairly consistent, but at the end of the race he started pulling away like 3-4 tenths a lap, and there was nothing I could do to pretty much stay with him. and we were starting to lose time to Vettel. Also, it didn't help that I had a disadvantage with the fuel usage, but yeah, I was putting in lean for most of the last like 10 laps of the race. But anyway, Lewis Hamilton wins the Dutch Grand Prix. We come from 20th place to 2nd on a 2-stop strategy with pretty much 2 undercuts. And yeah, this race was a fun race. As you can see, we get driver of the day. And yeah, that was a bit of a fun race, even though it was like 1 hour 40 minutes of racing. Like ah man, like my first 100% race of F1 2020, and it was really useful. I got to properly get used to the handling model, get used to the tyre physics, get used to the dirty air and the strategy around here. And yeah, Mercedes 1-2, Hamilton wins over us. I felt like I could have executed more on the strategy, especially on the second stint, maybe pit the lap later. But I think if we did, we would have won the race. But anyway, it's 2nd place from 20th on the grid, and hopefully this video was really useful to you guys as far as strategy and tyre wear and how to honestly get this setup right for this track. But that is this video. 100% race of Zandvoort is completed. Thanks for watching, guys. This was a very enjoyable video to do, from 20th to 2nd, all those overtakes around the outside, on the inside. And this video is proof that you can overtake around Zandvoort if you're creative enough. So hopefully this has inspired you to pretty much overtake and use the strategy in your league races. But yeah, 20th to 2nd place. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new for 2020, for F1 2020 content. And yeah, like the video, subscribe, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.